We're on. Right, are we on? Right, are we working? Does the sound alright? I've just been messing with it. Probably isn't the best thing to do, but there we go. So hello everyone. Today we're going to be going through everything for one final time, one more time. We're going to be just going through literally all of the model data to give, and I'm going to give my final verdict at the end of the stream as to what I think will happen. We've only got 17 of you in here. We have only just started. I'll be reading some of the chat before we start, and then we'll get on with things. So yeah, I asked if I asked you to vote, and we've had 24 votes. Cheers all for voting, and 58% of you said only show short range. So therefore, we will show short range. So hello to Chris, hello to Sue, Kyle Baker, hello to Yoda, whoever Elliot in the chat, Future Vibes, Justin, all these different people. Justin said only show short range because it's so uncertain right now. Even in the next day, there's no point looking for things of long range. I agree. Just wanted to know if anyone was interested. Hi Menzies, hi Paul, hi Joanne, hi Joshua. Got tons of you in here. Hi Ryan, Nico. Yeah, straight on with things then, aren't we? Here. We've got so many of you in here. I have turned on a slow mode to try and reduce the amount of spam, which we had a little bit of a problem with yesterday. But hopefully that fixes things. Did you see my tweet earlier? Send it? No, I didn't. I'll have a look at it after the stream if you did, or at me. You know my Twitter handle thing. I've got the cup. Look, washed my cup. See, warning. May start talking about the weather. There you go. Look. Whoa. Perfect. See, we're 2 minutes in and we're already at 35 of you in here. Jesus, it's going to be a big stream. Is there going to be snow in Nottingham? Says Joshua. Yes. You asked me on Twitter. All right, I'll check it out. Kyle, thank you. So in Nottingham, yes. Right. We're going to start off with, if it loads in a minute, the UKV. So at the moment, this has just been run from the 3 p.m. Sweet. So at the moment, we've got a few showers, which are slightly wintry in the north. Whoops, what am I doing? Slightly wintry in the north, and there's a couple of scattered showers, but most of them are falling as rain. We've got slightly higher temperatures and dew points over the country today. Obviously, over the hills and like mountains and things, it's going to be of a wintry mix or snow. And then you see it through Saturday morning. There's a few showers, possibly wintry, and a couple of these showers in the west, in like the Cheshire Gap, for example, could move further inland and could be slightly wintry in nature, but they fade away. And then this is where the big disturbance is, the big weather front, well, the big low pressure system causing the headaches with how far this milder air moves northwards. Now, with the UKV before, it kept the milder air towards like the Norwich, the southeast. But it did actually bring quite a bit of snow for the southeast and for Nottingham. That was the perfectly placed area, actually. With the latest one, lots of heavy rain on its leading edge with this one, apart from in parts of Wales. But Republic of Ireland seeing plenty of heavy rain mixing in. However, as we move through the day, it does turn increasingly to snow. Maybe a little bit of rain on its leading edge, but turn increasingly to snow. Wow, look at that. Even London seeing some quite heavy snow there, and in the southeast, seeing some quite significant snow there. At least for a time, anyway, falling snow. So many parts of the South Midlands, Southern England, Western Wales, extending into Northern England, but not too heavy at this point. Quite a lot of heavy snow. And as you can see with the dew points here, it looks quite good, really, because the dew points are around freezing. These areas where it's above freezing will be a wintry mix or sleet. However, the temperatures are expected to drop through the day as colder air sinks further southwards. Now, actually, with the UKV, things are way more patchy. It's not great, really. Things go really patchy, and especially in the south, it turns more to rain. But there is still snow for the Midlands, the far north of, well, the northern half of Wales into Northern England, there, but there's not as much snow with this one. There's a lot of rain mixing in, especially on the east and especially along coast as well. Obviously down in the south, behind that it turns to rain. Birmingham is actually meant to be seeing more than it is currently forecast. We can only extend out to there because it breaks, but as you can see at 7 a.m. on Sunday the 5th, we've got some quite heavy snow falling for central England there. Pretty good for my area. Barnsley, come on Barnsley. Little bit of a pocket of rain there for Manchester. I do not think that would happen in reality. That person who was mentioning about Nottingham, is probably quite fortunate there. They'll probably see a decent amount of snow before it turns back to rain. With the UKV, as you can see as well, there's not as much heavy rain on the back edge, so it could stay around a bit longer because the temperatures aren't going to be spectacular. Look at that. Freezing point expected, 8 AM on Sunday, -2, the maximum for over the hills. Could expect some significant snow totals. Right, shall I have a look at the chat? I haven't actually looked at this very much, so we've got loads of people in here. BBC weather, yeah, I haven't forgot it, Nico. I'll have a look at that. Hello, Leo. There's some snow around tonight, Leo, but not too much. Hello, Catholic converter. What a name. Yeah, Cheshire Gap features. Yep. Hello, Stephen. There's loads of you in here, and we've just gained a subscriber. I mean, Chris. Yeah, thanks for subscribing. I'm not going to read out the second name because I might get it wrong. Hopefully the rain stays away. Bowling fun summer. That's what we all want. Worth looking at the facts charts. They're hinting at the low stalling further south. Are they? Interesting. I'll have a look at that. If we have a look, we can extend a bit further. It's actually keeping the snow for parts of central Britain longer with the UKV, which is interesting because none of the other models are doing that. So it keeps the snow going. Probably turns the sleet to lower levels, but snow continues for northern England. There is a lot of rain showing up with this, though. Have a look at the 850 HPA temps. It's so marginal. Look at that. The -1 versus 6 with the 850 temperatures is quite crazy at this time of year. What did you say, Bowling Thunderstorm? I saw that very quickly. Pull up snow depths. Yeah, will do. Right, alright. I'm blind. There we go. Wow. So, obviously there'll be transient accumulations further south, so if we have a look through Saturday, some slushy accumulations are possible. A couple of centimetres in many parts, probably underdoing it. Always does with the UKV. It's terrible for forecasting snow half the time. So these areas where it's white wouldn't happen in reality, like Manchester there. I mean, what are they doing? There would be snow there. It's not just going to be one isolated area. I know it's a city and it's milder, but it probably still would be snow. The UKV, I think, is wrong. I think it is pushing that low a little bit south, too far south, and I think it will not get it right. Even a bit of snow I'd expect towards London, for a time at least, in the southeast. But that's about it, really. If we have a look at the snow depths for later on, they build up quite a bit. So around me, 15 centimetres is showing up with the UKV. Overdoing it, definitely. Would not see 15 centimetres where I am. If we have a look after that, though, in case anyone's interested after the day, could actually see a bit of back edge snow. Some of the models are suggesting that. We can't go any further with that run at this point, I don't think. See if we can. No, so it goes to there, where it's moving into northern England there and into southern Scotland. With that one. Now, you wanted to see, what was it? I know, I'm trying to remember everything. Justin said, some X models are finally saying it's not going to go through bomb genesis. Oh, explosive, yeah. Strange model run tonight. Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? It is very strange. Nottingham snow. Yeah, it would be some snow for there, Joshua. Definitely. So how many have we got of you in here? 96 of you in here. Cheers all for tuning in. If you do enjoy my content, then please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. It really helps out, and I do appreciate it, as always. And make sure you check me out on Twitter as well. It's just the same handle, @SendIt'sWeather, for up-to-date information about everything. Right, shall we move on then? So I'm going to pull up the charts for... Right, how do I pull these up? 1 minute. I think I've got them somewhere. Facts charts. Here we go. So this is the UK Met Office here, and we can see the facts chart. So this shows the... I've never used these before. These show like the low pressure system and the track. So there's the low in the North Atlantic at the moment. And as you can see, as you move along, see that low moving in? I'll try and draw it on if this works. I'll try and draw it on. Darth Vader's in the chat. Darth Vader has arrived. I'm silly. There's the front though. There's the weather front, which will bring some transitional snow. There's the main area of low pressure there. 983 millibars at its centre. But as you can see by 12, it actually shows, and whoever said that, you're correct. It is stalling, so that is very interesting. They are stalling the low. There's still a lot of uncertainty with this low pressure. Who just subscribed? Thank you, Mark, for subscribing. Much appreciated. But it is stalling at this point, so that does indicate some quite heavy snow on its leading edge. So Northern England is definitely well placed there. Interesting look at those charts before it clears away and it goes into like Norway, Denmark, for example. Shall we have a look? I'm going to go for everything and I'll go through everything else. So the Arpege next. Let's have a look what that's showing. So obviously a couple of wintry showers through Saturday morning. Actually could move further inland at times. They didn't mention that on the forecast, but it definitely probably could. Wow, way more widespread with the Arpege, which does underdo snow a lot. May I start talking about the weather? Does underdo the snow a lot, typically. But it is showing some quite widespread snow there. Look at that. For many parts of southern Britain. M4 corridor south, I'm sorry, you're not getting any. Maybe above your highest hills, high elevation for a very short time. But many areas there, wow, would see a dumping of snow for a time. So many parts of the southern England, even extending to London, northwards really. Far southeast would see rain, but that depends on the ocean currents and winds if they come in from like an easterly, trying to bring down the dew points. It's all to do with dew points, this. If the dew point's above freezing, it will fall as sleet or rain. If it's freezing or below, it can fall as snow. Not always, but it typically is. So you might see 0 degrees and it might be raining. Or freezing rain's the main risk, actually. It's the worst thing. If you get snow and then you get freezing rain on top because the temperature's that cold, you get ice, and that is the main risk with this. It's not actually the snow half the time. Have a look at what some of you have been saying. Yes, so Darth Vader's in the chat. Rebecca, hello. A Roman arpege of the same dry patch of Manchester. I think it's probably an orthographic. Yeah, it could be to do with the land, definitely. Well, Hull gets snow, Liam, probably a couple of centimetres, but it is kind of badly placed. Paul, I actually wanted to look at the longer range. That was why I wanted to look at it. Perhaps there's slightly around the pipeline southern Britain, as again it seems to have missed out on some transitional snow, even though we will get some transitional. Yeah, but it's not all over. Look at the Coamps model. We'll have a look at that. Snow big at Nottingham there, yeah. So that keeps going, and it does move northwards. But to be fair, it's still far south, really. It's still, like Nottingham, for example, is kind of like the line Leicester. There would still be seeing some snow falling, but it is transferring northwards, as you can see, into northern England and southern Scotland there. But obviously the risk of rain increases, but there's not that much rain behind the system, which could be quite good for keeping hold of the snow. I haven't seen this actually from a lot of runs, but the UKV and the Arpege are showing like a gap in the rain there. So it could actually allow the snow to stay once it falls. Look at that for central Britain there. In that very slim zone, probably over the hills there, and the Peak District, the Lake District, for example, before it fades away, there's a gap, and the max temps aren't anything special, even though it won't show me them. So 6 o'clock, look, you can see the milder end to the south, and then it's still freezing point in the north, freezing or 1 degree. Look at that milder air for the south. That's definitely going to have melted away, sadly. What could have been, but there you go. But on the back edge, there is a little bit of snow indicated by the Arpege for northern Scotland there, a couple of parts of England. So I wouldn't rule it out. We could get a few drifters back south. Actually showing, wow, quite an enhanced feature on Tuesday. Look at that with the Arpege. Quite an enhanced band of rain, sleet and snow there on Tuesday morning. Might be something to watch out for. Moving further inland, could produce a covering in places there. That's quite interesting. I haven't seen that. Must be a little low or like a kink in the isobar. I hate saying that. How much centimetres of snow in London? Couple of slushy centimetres before it clears away. Geost, thank you for subscribing, much appreciated. Let me have a look at what some of it's much better with this less slower chat going, isn't it? 14 minutes, we've got 110 of you in here, wow. Christoph says, living in the Far East at the coast of... No, it looks like we're just going to get a soak in. I'm afraid so, Christoph, you're badly placed, my friend. Unless the low changes track in the shorter range. Hello, John. Is it going to snow in Blackpool this weekend? Cheers. There would be a little bit of snow I would expect with this in that area. But there you go. Is it going to? It would be, but it would probably be transitional because again on the coast it's a little bit difficult. All right, Shy and Steve, don't need to quote me. Snow depths, yeah, I can check them out. Probably be pretty good. I'm gonna have to go to Wetter for this, I think. Arpege, and then I thought Arpege shut. Yeah, it does. There you go. So if we go to Arpege and look at the snow depths, there you go. Transitional for the south. Look at that, 5 centimeters. Slushy centimetres over midnight, and then by 6 a.m. the risk transfers northwards. A couple of centimetres further northwards there. Could actually be a bit more. There you go. A couple of centimetres. Actually underdoing that a lot, I would say. So don't take that too literally. But yeah, it was underdoing it. Interesting to see a little feature developing on Tuesday, though. I haven't seen that from the model output. Are you okay? Says Josh. I'm fine. How's the peak district looking, Thomas? It's looking quite well placed. You could see quite a few centimetres there. Saket said, could you there be 10 centimetres plus? Yeah, definitely. But will there be? Probably not. I would say I'd say at least like a couple of centimetres, at least slushy centimetres before obviously the milder air moves northwards. If it's right in the city, then it's decently elevated, isn't it, Nottingham, if you think about it? So they could see some, but it wouldn't last too long, I'm afraid. Hi Hazel, how you doing? You'll be moaning at the snow, but you shouldn't get too much around your area. Only joking, you'll get 20 centimetres. Nah, kidding. Ryan says, I'm due to travel to Manchester Sunday afternoon. Probably be less snow there than here in Cambridge, but plenty to book up my train in between. Probably. Yeah, I'll have a look. Cheers, Saket, for subscribing, much appreciated. North Cotswolds, probably well placed for some overnight snow before the risk transfers northwards. Not sure if you can hear Pigeon actually in the background. Oh, sorry, Doris. He is chirping away, I'm not sure if he is. But yeah, everyone's saying hi to Hazel. Welcome. Right, icon next. It is really an icon, this model. Let's see. I did see someone mention about the Coamps. I'll have a look at that in a minute, don't worry. But yeah, we'll have a look at that in a minute. So there's the low. Wow, quite significant with the icon. Midnight on Sunday. Remember, it could arrive a little bit earlier as well. Could be some further leading edge snow than these models are suggesting. Quite heavy snow through the Republic of Ireland and many parts of the south and the southwest, besides on the south coast. Sorry about that, guys. Below the M4, you're getting rain. A little bit of snow in London there. Look at that. Some of you'll be hyping it up, that. Stays around for 3 hours with the icon. And then transfers northwards, the risk. But focusing mainly on southern and central Britain, extending into the northern England there. Many parts of Wales will get quite a bit as well. So, I don't know, Snowdonia or something like that. High elevated areas. The risk does transfer northwards slowly, but even by 9 a.m, many parts of central Britain are still getting a dumping of snow before eventually the risk does transfer northwards. Look on the back edge again, though. There's not much rain on the back edge after the snow. So it might stay around a little bit. On the back edge, does it show any snow sinking southwards? Not really. I think the GFS has been the one that's really gone for the back edge snow. But there is a few wintry showers around, especially in the north and the east, and even on the west coast. Little feature again showing up. So very similar between the Arpege and the icon. Something to monitor, definitely. Could be a little feature showing up on these models. They do come up at short notice, things like that. So obviously something to keep an eye on. Let me have a look. Will it snow in Newcastle? We'll have a look then. What's the snow depths for? There we go. So obviously some transient snow through Saturday into Sunday. Look at that, a couple of centimetres in parts. Not for London though, look at that. A couple of centimetres in parts though, as the risk transfers northwards, 5 to 10 centimetres over that hill. I do think the Met Office overdid it besides on your highest hills. I think the icon's bang on there with the realisticness of how much snow's going to fall and accumulate before it turns back to rain. Look at that though, through Northern England, 30 centimetres. In Newcastle, which is like round here, it's actually there. I'm stupid, I didn't read it. Could be a few centimetres there actually. Probably undoing it because it's putting you as like a coastal location. But there's definitely the risk of accumulations there. I would say So many of you from Nottingham. There's a lot of people from Nottingham, isn't there? Didn't realise. Um, 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 can't highlight the names. Icon is underdoing it. I would say it's probably about right, but it could be a little bit higher. There we go. I'm just going to keep going through them all. I've got a big list of them, so we'll keep going. Should have a look at the best model then. You know, the most accurate one, of course. The GFS. 122 of you in here. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the stream. Big live stream again. Right, so with the... Wow. So with the GFS 12Z, it's bringing in the snow risk earlier. There you go. For the southwest. Look at that. Southwest. Seeing some snow. Won't last long, but there's some... Never mind. A couple of hours there in the southwest there. If you're near Cardiff on the south coast, Southampton, GFS is the model you want to win because it's showing some snow there. Then as it moves northwards, there's some snow for the Midlands, southern, extending to southeast England, and obviously for Western Wales. Western Wales looks pretty good for getting some snow for a time before it does move northwards. With the GFS, a lot less snow actually around than there was on the previous run. Had it way further south as well. Not way, but like 20 to 30 miles, and the risk is gone by 9 o'clock for most of us. It's transferred to Northern England. Tommy Lee, if he was here, would be getting snowed in. Getting caked with snow there before the risk transfers northwards. But look on the back edge with the 12Z. Some significant snow on the back edge of the low, which is what I'm thinking will happen. So extending through the Midlands up to Northern England there, it's like a streamer, but it's on the back edge of that low, clearing into Norway, producing some snow, which could give a couple of centimetres there. The air is nip and tuck whether it would be rain or snow, I would say, but it's quite interesting to see that. And then we're back into northerly winds. Little low there, look for the for Scotland there. Little lows and little features even for the south there. Look at London on Tuesday. There is definitely potential between Monday and Tuesday, I would say, of a little low developing. Now, as you can see through Wednesday into Thursday, there's another low zipping across the south. That could also produce a snow event. Obviously, it's a long way off. Through Friday into Saturday, could be a little bit of snow actually before it turns milder again. The GFS at the end, though, did bring in a massive cold northerly wind at the end. It was quite interesting to see. The Arome run then, I think, will be here. Yep. So there's all that rain turning to snow. Little bit in the south again, about 5 p.m. On Saturday with the Arpege. A little bit hard to see this one, but way more snow. Look at that. Southeast extending to the Wales, and then it's turning increasingly to snow across northern England. But with that, 6 a.m, it's still quite far south with the snow, so there's still a slight bit of uncertainty, actually. I didn't realise. But that would still be giving snow to many parts of the country, not extending from northern England to the Midlands, the West Midlands there. Quite interesting, actually. Day 13 plus GFS looking good. Peter Griffin in the chat. Southport's looking pretty good. Say there's a couple of centimetres possible. Do you think it will snow in Skegness? Pappy Dizzle, you might be in luck. I think it might actually, yeah. Little bit, not too much though, because obviously it's in the coast. Loads of people from Nottingham. Yeah, exactly, I know. Sorry, I'm a bit behind with the chat. My grandma was called Doris. Oh, that's nice. It's a nice name. Kelly's going to be snowing in Canterbury because it looks like rain. Yeah, I would say could be a little bit, a couple of hours of snow, but it won't last too long. Could be a slushy covering, but it will quickly dissipate through the day, into the night, and through Sunday it'll definitely be gone. The Arpege, though, I mean the Arome is Arome. Who am I? Arome is keeping it still south. So that's quite interesting. 113 of you still in here. Make sure to subscribe if you're enjoying the stream, and leave a like. Always helps out the channel. Got any questions then please do let me know. Let it stay snow. Oh, Kyle, you do not know how much of a darts fan I am. But you know what? I'm saying MVG's gonna take it home. It's gonna be a very good game, and I think there could be a 9-darter as well in there. And I'm saying that Littler's gonna get the 9-darter. There you go. There you go. Worst take of the century. I've seen everyone talking about Littler winning and winning by a landslide, but I don't think he will. I think MVG's got an extra gear that he's going to use. He doesn't want to lose to a 17-year-old, does he? And he hasn't made it to a final for a bit, to be fair. GEM then is is quite good. I mean, GM is always wrong, but it's quite good. Look at that snow there. Everyone will be buried for a time before it moves northwards there to northern England. It's quite interesting there. For on the back edge again with the GM, look at that. Some snow sinking southwards on the back edge of the low. So if you want snow, that one's good as well. Another low suggestion through Tuesday. Look at that. See a little circle there. Little low spinning up like a polar low and producing some more snow. So don't rule it out if you don't see any snow on tomorrow, especially if you live in the south. It could change and there could be little features in the south. Look at that. Through Wednesday into Thursday with the GM, it's producing some significant snow for the south coast there, below, to the south of the M4. Obviously, that'll probably go into France, let's be honest. But the risk is there. There's a little feature moving down from the northeasterly winds, and there's just plenty of snow around, to be fair, to look at. That one did shift northwards. People say the mods shift low southwards over time. I know, it's a bit weird. Don't they get an extra 60,000 for a 9 dart? Dan, if it does, I know that you like darts. It does depend on the sponsor, but I think you might be right. Actually, I think they do get a bonus 60,000 or something like that. Bully boy, Michael may miss and Michael may hit. They're both on 9s. Slushy snow is if whoever asked Nico. Nico, slushy snow is just kind of wet snow. There, like Ryan said. Yeah. How long will the snow last in Hereford? A few hours. I would say a few hours. Quite high up as well. Quite high elevated. You're always right. Right. Enough of that. Kelly Cansbury is getting snow, I did mention before. Do you think it'll all get melted away as soon as the rain comes? It'll go pretty quick, Thomas, because the air masses are going to warm up, especially for the south. That mild air is going to move up. GFS going cold again. I mean, NAO and AO are still going down, so I don't think the mild air will be around for long. Completely agree. Yeah. Does anyone think wet snow is good? I think it settles better, to be fair. Now, what do we have on here? UK Met oh, wrong one. UK Met. Let's have a look. Here we go. And what was that weird noise I made? A little bit of snow in the south there. Not as much with the UK Met. It's low res. Shows some snow even to the southeast. A lot stingy with its snow though, but it does show it moving up into central and northern Britain, turning back to sleet and rain, and that is not a great model. It's not great. Little features though. Again, another little feature there on Monday into Tuesday, so just keep an eye out on that. Could be like a Cheshire Gap streamer setting up, whatever. Could be anything that. Just keep an eye on it. Obviously, showers will continue in Scotland with the northerly, northeasterly wind, so there'll always be snow up there, but just keep an eye out for other bats. Then there's a sign of a weather front moving through with the transition between colder and milder air. Could be another little thing to watch out for. Powdery snow means it's colder. Yeah, exactly. It could be like -2. Crazy money for sports today. Who would think you can be paid thousands for throwing a few arrows? Yeah, I know, man. I know. I think he's earned 800,000 or something this year, and that's not including sponsors. High pressure could go to Scandinavia, Steve. That is a possibility. Winner of tonight gets 500,000 run up to. Jeez, wow. I bet it wasn't that a few years ago, was it? Now, what else did everyone want to see? The Rome run is that what we've already looked at. The harmony here, I don't use this, but it shows some accumulations. Wow, that is very stingy. What is that? What, 1 centimetre? 1 centimetre? Is it having a laugh? Where's he getting that from? Well, harmony, you don't want the harmony to work. Meteo ciel. Why can't we just get snow out of a condition of rain? I don't know. That's on the TV, yeah. It probably was it the replay or something. A lot are saying the cold weather will last up to the 20th. If we get the thingy, what? If we get the Scandi high, then it will stay cold, but the upper airs will lift up, so it will still be cold at the surface with much frost and fog. Weather Elliot, hello. Send it. Do you think the snow could melt completely for the North Midlands on Sunday morning? I hope it doesn't, because I want to go out in it. Get my sledge out. Come on, I'm going to dust it off and get out in the snow. No, but in all seriousness, it depends on if it rains properly or not, doesn't it? There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened with the harmony run, to be fair. It looks silly. The earlier one says 1 centimetre. What? I think it's broken, to be honest. I don't think it's working on this site. Meteo Ciel, said someone, because wants to look at this model. Right, 1 minute. What were you wanting? Thank you, Casty Ron Corky, for subscribing. Much appreciated. The PEARP. That was it. I'm going to get my sledge out. Don't worry about it. Is it that? That can't be it. PE Arome, is that it? I have no idea. Don't use this. Oh, there. PEARP. Alrighty. So we want precipitation type. There we go. And this is the mean of the runs. I don't use this, but thanks for whoever said this, because, yeah, we'll take a look at it. I'm going to move this down a little bit. So, here we go. I like it when you show me different things. So this is the snow event. It's not showing for Northern England, but you can kind of see it there. So, wow, look at that. Southwest seeing some snow there. 7 p.m. Quite heavy snow, actually, for the southwest there. Could see a covering. Look at that. The risk does transfer northwards, but look at that chart. All of that being snow. Oh, yeah, neige, which is snow. Snow is in red. So, mostly all of the country seeing heavy snow there. Wow. Oh, wow, that's extending for quite a while. Does it have the low, like, really far southwards? I can't go past 51 hours for some reason. It's glitched. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, so 51 hours, it's 10 o'clock, it's still showing some snow. What the heck? It's just snow all day, look at that. It's snowing all day, let's go. Get the sledge out with that one. Accumulations, I have no idea. No idea. Oh, snow depths, let's see. Oh, look at that, 20 centimetres, let's go. Look at that. No, look, that's where I am. How much is it saying? 40 centimetres. Right, but we've won. We've won. Look at that, even for you, Elliot, in the west there. Looks good, that. Take those with you on the sledge. At least it's not rain then snow, because it would take a while to stick to the ground then, yeah. Different on Meteorologics. Well, it's broken on this website. But, I mean, everyone would love that, wouldn't they? Meteorologics. I do use that, actually, a lot. Meteorologics. It's quite a good website. So I've never actually looked at this before. So we'll see. Eileen Sar, I don't know where that is, but we don't care about it, to be honest. Forecast, so it's the PEARP. I have no idea what I'm looking at. I really like this one. I might actually show you this one. Yeah, I'm showing you this one, sod it. I don't know what I'm doing. Significant weather there. So if you have a look, I'll skip to Saturday. At there. Right, there we go. So there's that front moving up from the north. You can see it turn into snow. 6 p.m. There you go. Look at that. There you go. So there's some snow for the south there. This is the Swiss model. This is really accurate, actually, I find. Moving that risk further northwards by 9 p.m. 9 a.m. Moving northwards. Still, I'm getting some snow there. Let's go. But for the Midlands, it's all rain, I'm afraid, at that point. The roads haven't cooled down enough. They boil too much from the summer and don't cool enough in winter. Oh, hi, Positivity. Hello, how you doing? I think that one is based on what we want. Yeah, exactly. That's what we all want, isn't it? By 12 p.m, it's still snowing where I am. Look at that. The risk has transferred farther north to Northern England. All these places below would be seeing lots of heavy rain, according to this Swiss model. It's very accurate, this one. Picks up on features very well. Showing some ice, though. Freezing rain, which is where rain like condenses because the air is so cold. It condenses into like little freezing rain droplets, I guess. That is a big hazard and big risk with this. And as you can see, as we go through past that point, the risk transfers further northwards with the rain and the snow, and then it goes away because it doesn't extend any further out. Pretty interesting run, though. It's pretty accurate in my opinion. Amanda Fleet, thank you for subscribing. Anybody a Night Rider Baywatch? I know that Danny V likes like some of them, I think. Swiss are always accurate. Exactly. I know. They're better than us. And we can't, in our own country, we can't even get it right. Snow depths on that one, please. Yep, sure, can do. Snow depthies, and then we go back because oops, that's the wrong one. If we go to, I don't know, 1 p.m. Where's the snow? Oh, I'm on the wrong day. Silly me. Wrong day. There you go. Some accumulations gathering pace though. Look at that. A few centimetres if you look on there. Actually going up to about 10 centimetres for Wales there. Evidently why they've got the yellow warning. Where I am though, and where many people are in the Midlands gap here, by the sounds of it, Hull's got none. So Hull, you'll be right. You'll be fine with the snow. No centimetres there. But where I am, a couple of centimetres, like 5 centimetres. Liverpool seeing quite a bit actually on this one. So if you live in the west and you like snow, then you're in luck. Southport, whoever wanted Southport, would see a few centimetres there as well. But yeah, pretty good. That is pretty good run there. Whoever suggested that, thank you very much. Should we have a look at the Mogreps G? So this is the 850 HPA temp for London. You can see the milder air moving in for a time before it drops cold again until about the 10th, and then there's a lot more scatter, and most of the runs are actually bringing in some very mild air. If we have a look further northwards to, I don't know, Manchester, again, that very mild sector before it goes cold for a bit longer, before the milder air returns. But obviously with that, a lot of snow is possible, so if I look at the snow rate, there's quite a lot of heavy snow for Manchester expected. If we move a little bit east to Sheffield, a lot of big snow spikes going off the scale there, so some very heavy snow before it turns back to rain. PE Rome, is that on this as well? I think it is. I'm having to look around my mic to see what I'm looking at. Is this it? PI Rome? Is that what you meant? There's PI Rome, whatever that is. Significant weather. Alrighty. Only extends out to Friday. It can't be it. It only extends out to today. Unless I'm being blind, I don't see it. Probably am, to be honest. I wonder if I look at the AI model, but it won't probably come up. Oh, it does. Right. Oh, it doesn't show me. No. Oh, I like that model. What do I have it on here then? This is on the Weather Outlook website. Let me see if I can get it on here. I've seen that model. I swear I've. I don't know. So you need to move to Norway. Exactly. Look at Barnsley. Mick Rowe. Yeah, Barnsley. What a place. Wonder who lives there. Let's have a look on WX. Looks a lot better with the charts, doesn't it? Barnsley. Here we go. Right. So, if we have a look on the... Now, I'll have a look at few different places. If we have a look on the snow depth for Barnsley, here we go. A couple of centimetres there from the GFS. Really big accumulations to the north. But there is a few slushy centimetres possible through that point. Look at that, 5 centimetres for the south there for the GFS. Have a look at a few other models. We can see what things look like. The ECM showing quite a lot of falling snow. Oh, look at that. About 10 centimetres there. But that's falling snow. That's not necessarily accumulating, but that's how much is falling out of the sky with the ECM. 10 centimetres and 15 centimetres towards the southern part of Wales. Definitely warranting the yellow warning. I can see why they did it. The GM is a little bit less with the snow, actually. But still 6 centimetres there. The Icon model is showing a few centimetres with that weird gap for Manchester, which is quite funny to see. Look at the 2 metre temps, 300 hours in the GFS, says -12 for the whole of UK. What website is this? This is WX Charts I'm on now. Yeah, cheers to the moderators to keep an eye on the chat. Barnsley, lad. Exactly, yeah. They're not very good at football, though. Apologies if I offended anyone, but they're not that good. They're not that great, if I'm being honest. Is this snow all in the middle of the night? Yeah, it would be. It's going to be overnight, probably. I'm in Inverness. What can we expect? A couple of centimetres from a few showers from the east, and possibly a little bit from this feature as well. You can see it there, actually, at the top of the chart with Newcastle. I would expect to see a couple of centimetres there. You could, in fact, it'll probably be going on through the day. I think these models are getting it wrong, so I think that you would see a couple of centimetres in Newcastle there, to be honest. Look at Barnsley, look at that. How much? 6 centimetres? Well, I'm going to be out in that then. GFS is correct. Typically isn't, but you never know. Could be right on this occasion. I would say that Newcastle would see a couple of centimetres, though. If you live further northwards, 10 centimetres is definitely a possibility. PE Rome is on Meteo CL. Is it? Ah, okay. Thank you very much. We'll have a look. Meteo CL and PE Rome. We've got PI Rome. Arpege. You know I'm searching it. I can't find it. PE. Right, I'm going to have to scroll through the PEs 1 minute. Oh, there. PE Rome. Is this the one which I looked at, which was broken? It is! Is it? No, it's not fully out, but... Oh, it's not the broken one. Yeah, it is. Look at that. All that snow. Brilliant! Why is it broken? I don't understand it. Arpege, then, with the snow depths for everyone. Wow, a lot more snow with the Arpege. Look at that! Let's go. Look at me. Look at me in that big gap. 15 to 20 centimetres for me. Deserved. Look at that for Ireland. Not Southern Ireland. This has got to be wrong. 70 centimetres. You're having a laugh. Parts of Wales seeing 15, 20 centimetres. Parts of the south even seeing a couple of centimetres before it goes away. But definitely there is the potential there for some snow. This 10-second slowdown's really good for me to read all the chats. I apologise if I am missing any of you, but hate living in Manchester. We've got an anti-snow force field around us. Just grey drizzle. Ah, damn. That's unlucky. 70 centimetres. Ireland is doing really well. I know, I think the Melfish should do an update for that, especially for Northern Ireland. They could see a little bit of snow. Unexpected, anyway. What I would like to say is that with all of you in here, would you please drop us a subscribe and a like on the stream? I do see there's been a few of you subscribed. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Is there anything, if there's anything that you want to see, then please just let me know. Do a @send it to Ever or something. If you've got any questions, then I'll answer them happily. There we go. How's Leeming Bar looking today? I never thought you'd ask, Tommy Lee. Oops, I've just typed your name in as the location. Leeming Bar. There. Right, here we go. I think that's right, yeah. There you go, 20 centimetres you're going to be buried. That's all I've got to say. Arpege, thanks for coming. GFS, 10 centimetres. I'm just going through these quick. ECM showing 20 centimetres of falling, so you're doing pretty well. GDPS of the GM, 15 centimetres. Arpege, good. All of them are looking good. Now, I did see that someone asked about T. I'm not sure how I'm going to get this in the stream, but there you go. Oh, it's a bit heavy. There we go. Oh, Yorkshire tea. It's so heavy. Look at this. It's just special thank you to my dad for getting this especially for me. I do drink a lot of tea. I must drink about 10 cups a day. Oh. But yeah, I've got them to get through. Might take me a month to get through, but you know, I'll get through them. How accurate is the Arpege? Pretty good. It usually underdoes the snow. Hazel, what is Hull getting at? Are we getting snow in Hull? Yeah. You'll probably see a couple of centimetres, but not much. Weather Elite's going live at 7:30. Perfect. The CFS. Oh no. Quickly, we'll go through the CFS. I know that I said I wouldn't go through long range, but it's not really. I also want to show you a screenshot of the GFS. I mean, what else do I say when I show you this? Look at this bad boy at the end of the -10 line. Lots of snow around. Look at that. -10 covering the country. And as someone suggested, the temperatures are -8. -13 for parts of Scotland. -12. Wow, look at that. Daytime temps of in the freezer, -2, -4, -5, -7. Pretty interesting, you know. -10, I mean, we'd be in the freezer. I'm not going to say what else about that. And then the current forecast snow, the CFS, very quickly, is its typical self. Just a little lows to the south, probably a snow event for the south there, but it's very mild. It's literally very mild. Look at this. There you go. That should tease you of the CFS. That's all I can say about that, really. Who do you think wins the darts? I'm still saying Van Gerwen's going to win the darts. AJK. That's about it. Starting my log burner now. Weather this week, freezing, yeah. Unity, just come across you. Like your positivity and local lad. Cheers, much appreciated. I only usually watch Gav's weather, but I'll give you a try as well. Oh, thank you for considering me. You're well hyped seeing snow over Barnsley. I usually am. I'm a bit of a weirdo, really. I can sit on my and look out my window a lot. just as soon as I hear anything, straight to the window, looking out, going outside. That's me all over. Which is quite funny, I guess. There you go. Not much more to say about that, is there? Why am I so lucky never snowed on the east coast of England? Really? I thought there was a couple of snow showers over there. I saw some videos of like Whitby over the high ground. Literally, where I've been recently, Whitby, lovely place if you haven't been. Got some lovely coasters from there. Look at that, it's brilliant. Look at that, sick. Look at that. Just of the Abbey and like a lovely sunset. I love that one. There you go. And if you haven't seen my cup yet, with the 132 of you still in here, warning, may start talking about the weather. Just wanted to let you know. No, in case you couldn't tell. I would start talking about the weather. What channel is the darts on? It's on Sky Sports Darts, I think. When it starts snowing, I'm buggering up until it stops. No doubt I'll be asking about leaving in Elliot's stream too. Yeah, you can check out both our channels. Very good. Thank you very much, Tommy. That mug is the best. Yeah, I mentioned Leeming for Tommy. He'll ask about it. Cheers, Christoph, for the nod about the cup. Appreciate it. Thanks for less trolls as well. It's quite nice to see there's been less trolls on the chat. Much better to read through the chat and see less bananas, isn't it? To skim through on the chat. Much better stream to do. So that's quite good. And obviously, if you subscribe, then I do greatly appreciate it. Not everyone subscribed comes up, but obviously I shout out many people when it comes up. Great Yarmouth, that's an interesting location. Yeah, I'll have a look. We'll just go for a few locations, why not? Great Yarmouth then is showing rain. Oh, it's showing rain, I'm afraid. Oh no. Yeah, rain. Oh. ECM showing some... Oh, that's later on. Oh, I've been looking on the wrong bit. Oops. No, rain. Rain with the GFS. Oh, what's he done? What's he done? Europe. And then... there we go. Get back here. Right. There you go. A couple of centimetres falling out the sky with the ECM. So you might see a bit of falling snow with the ECM. That's the wrong thing. Why do I keep clicking the wrong thing? England, Wales and Ireland. And then snow depth. There we go. GM showing a couple of centimetres possible. Icon. Rain. So you could see a little bit of falling snow. Yeah, it could be a little bit of falling snow, but nothing accumulating, sadly, for you. Chill's trying to find one of them mugs. Well, there you go. Cheers, Hazel, for liking my big bag of tea bags. In case you haven't seen already, I mean, it's a bit heavy. I don't want to brag about this amazing bag of Yorkshire tea I've got. You know, it's pretty epic, if I don't mind saying. You know, let's have a proper brew. 1,040 tea bags. You know, that'll keep me going for at least a week. I mean, never have to be bought tea bags again. Yorkshire tea's good as well. What's done it again? Wrong model, question mark. What did I show wrong? Walk with me, Tim lives in Great Yarmouth, does he? We'll be taking massive walk in long snow. Me too. Me too. If it's still around. My mum used to buy those. Saves me. Yeah, they're brilliant. I didn't even know they existed. So I'm in like a coffee shop somewhere, I think it was, and they were like, oh, can we get them anywhere? I couldn't get them anywhere, but then my dad obviously found them somewhere, which I thought was quite funny. But yeah, let me see if I can go on here, if I've got any other ones I can show off. WRF, did I go through that one? I don't think I did. Right, WRF then, here we go. United Kingdom. This is a bit difficult to see, but I'll try and show it. And I'll turn on the precipitation type as well. There you go. So the blues are the rain, and the reds are the snow, and then the other things like freezing rain and snow pellets and stuff. So a little bit of snow through tonight, and then if we go on to the big day, look at that. Shows could be some freezing rain for the southeast there, the southwest there, through Saturday night, but there's some snow appearing. Quite significant snow on its northern edge. Excuse me. For the south there, extending to London as far west as Wales. Cheers, Jake, for subscribing. Much appreciated. Now, as we move along, that snow risk is going to transfer further northwards. Quite significant, moving into the Midlands and even into the southeast. There you go. So whoever asked about Great Yarmouth could see a little bit there. Obviously on the back edge there's that freezing rain. Shows it up quite well with the WRF. That snow does transfer northwards. Goes north much quicker, I'd say. Actually, it doesn't really, but it does move northwards with the WRF. So a lot of that is going to turn back to rain. Could be some freezing rain on the back edge as well, especially where I am. If you look there, so the Midlands could see some freezing rain, which could cause icy conditions or icy stretches. As it moves through, obviously it clears through. But then on the back edge, very similar to the GFS I saw this, I was like, wow. Shows that back edge snow, so could be some sinking snow, some snow sinking southwards there. Could get a little bit more on the back edge in the West Midlands. Don't take the locations too literally, and don't take the precipitation type too literally. All of this could be snow, depends on the exact temperatures. But as you can see, the big contrast there, look at that, freezing rain versus snow. It's crazy. It's such a small margin, a fine margin. Cheers, Chris, for giving it a like. Hi, Growls, how are you doing? SQC, any snow for Conisborough? Pretty close to me, actually. Yeah, definitely is. Could be some quite significant snow with SQC with this. So much people from Nottingham, I know. Oh, cheers, Weather Watcher, for saying those nice things. Much appreciated. All the security any for Doncaster. Donny, pretty close to me as well. Definitely, I'd say, if we have a look very quickly at Doncaster, can pull these up very quickly. Pretty close to Doncaster anyway. Couple of centimetres there with the GFS. Possible there. ECM is showing a little bit of snowfall in there. A few centimetres there. Or Sky anyway, probably a couple of centimetres accumulating. GFS there is actually showing 3 or 4 centimetres accumulating there. For Donny. Don't know what I said, Donny. 5 centimetres with the GM, a few centimetres with the Icon, and about a few centimetres with the Arpege. So I'd say about 5 centimetres to accumulate there. Shame you're so close to me, and it's 10 centimetres where I am, but for you it's like 5 centimetres. Just shows the fine margins with these low pressures. Yeah. But yeah, cheers for joining, Weather Watcher, as well. Kevin here from Nottingham. What are the ice pellets? So ice pellets are like freezing rain. It's just freezing rain. So when the temperature's that cold in the sky, the rain freezes and condenses into ice. How heavy will it be? Very heavy. Will it be blizzard-like snow? It could be blizzardous. Yeah, the blizzard conditions, the ice bear is going to be quite tightly packed. Do you think we'll get any snow unless the kids think they're going sledging? If you wake up early enough, like 5 a.m, then maybe. But yeah, if you have to get up at like 5 a.m. to see any. There you go. Do you think we'll get any... Oh, I just read that. Steve, I live in Barnsley. There you go. Don't forget to put a coat on Doris. If you're referring to my Doris, then yeah, don't worry, he's got his own coat. Wellwyn Garden City. I've heard of that. I think I've seen that on Gav's stream before. Wellwyn Garden City. What? No, okay, I'm not going to call it a weird location. Near Luton. 5 centimetres falling with the arpege there. Probably would dissipate quite quick, but 5 centimeters falling out of the sky, a slushy accumulation overnight. Remember, a lot of this will be overnight, so you have to be quick or you'll miss it to see it. There you go, a couple of centimetres there. Maybe even for London could see a couple of centimetres, but you would have to be awake very early probably to see any before it's gone with the heavy rain behind it. But that looks like a couple of centimetres there. Icon shows none, so ignore the icon, I guess. There you go. Nottingham, a couple of centimetres. Swinton, Rotherham. Yeah, about the same as me. A couple of centimetres. Lincoln, a couple of centimetres, I'd expect, but won't stick around for long. Yeah, no problem. Ice it's just hail, no. Freezing rain, super cool liquid rock that freezes on impact and is absolutely lethal. It can be very similar. Actually, Ryan. So it can actually be quite difficult to work out if it's ice or freezing rain. Freezing rain is super cool liquid water. It can be lethal because it can be dangerous on untreated surfaces and stuff, especially if snow's already fallen. It actually could keep the snow around a bit longer, which is the biggest risk. Interesting how the weather chart is different. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a nowcast. If you would like to see a nowcast stream, then please do let me know in the chat now, where I just like stream live events and stuff. I mean, it could do quite well. I should do it, shouldn't I? Depends if I'm available. Going to be 15 degrees at 9 p.m. on Sunday. Wow. Up for a nowcast, it'd either be tomorrow or on Sunday. I'm not sure when. Probably tomorrow. And I'd just do it like later on. But I could do it. Who subscribed? I did see. Thank you, Vince, for the subscription. Much appreciated. Whether Elliot. Damn. You could do one as well, yeah. You could do, actually. Could do a later one than me. Could be quite interesting. So obviously, remember the highest accumulations probably will be over Northern England with this. I'm going to bring up the Met warning. Here you go. So obviously, I was looking at Penistone, Manchester, a few locations. They were all in the amber. So these are the warnings, in case you haven't seen them, from the Met Office there. There's a yellow warning for snow and ice. Heavy snow and some freezing rain may cause some disruption of the weekend. Outbreaks of rain spreading progressively north-eastwards later on Saturday and overnight into Sunday will likely be preceded by a spell of snow on its northern flank. Some uncertainty, any snow in southern and eastern parts of England, especially at low levels, will probably be rather transient before turning back to rain. Some accumulation possible over the Midlands and stuff where 5 centimetres could accumulate quite widely, and then up to 20 or 30 centimetres higher ground. It's quite interesting there, but obviously any accumulations that occur further south, there would be very transient and wouldn't last too long. There is going to be strengthening winds, so remember it does say drifting snow. There could be some blizzards at times, so be careful if you are driving on the road in these areas. Do a snow walk live stream. Sheffield's still looking good. Yeah, you're very close to me a bit. It looks quite good. It looks about the same, if I'm being honest. Might just be I get 10 minutes more snow or something later, but it doesn't really matter, does it? There you go. I'll see you, Steve. Not sure if I said see you next time. Is there a chance that these models are wrong and the low shift south of the Midland sea snow and doesn't turn milder? Now, future, that is something I did say could be a possibility. I'm not sure. I think the low could on the nowcast shift 10 of 20 miles south. Depends on the development of the low, but I do think that it could change 20 miles south. If it did, I'd be very happy because it means it wouldn't turn back to rain. But there you go. Hello, send it my granddaughter Emily. What's your old YouTube channel? Send it 88YT with the Robloxes and Minecrafts. Oh my word. Oh please. Thank goodness. Glad to see you move into a more interesting subject. I'm trying to be more interesting. I'll do something better. I've moved on from all that, to be honest. This is something I like doing and want to do in the future anyway. I'll be my Hazel's waiting for a carer again, everyone. Who'd have thought? It's just, my saying goes, rain is a pain, but I love you, Bowling Fun, so you're just brilliant. I did watch your video on the Aurora. Pretty interesting, actually, to see it. Quite interesting to see. I didn't see it from where I am. I'm also no relation to Frank Marshall, not a relation, if anyone was wondering. There you go. Very funny. You need to go mastermind as your chosen specialist subject. Thomas said last time I had snow, it was supposed to be above me, but ended up going a few miles south. So I got plenty. damn, pretty good then, isn't it? There you go. Now, should we have a quick look at the longer range? I know a lot of you didn't want to see it, but we'll quickly go through it because I kind of want to see what the developments are now that things are out. So then the GFS is looking cold and wintry. Little low zipping on the south there. Could bring a little bit of snow, but it's being pushed southwards. Little systems pushing through. Remember, there's many opportunities for snow throughout the week, especially for the first days. Then high pressure builds to our north, keeping it cold in the south and the east. Probably a lot of frost and fog around. For eventually, in the long range, the high pressure goes into retrogression towards Greenland, negative MJO, negative NEO, and bringing down some very cold air from the north, would be in the freezer, as you've already seen. So there you go. The GEM in comparison is very similar for the next few days. Little low, bit further northwards, producing a snow event in the south and the east. Far southeast and southeast, whatever. Then high pressure builds from the south, bringing some very mild air masses. 10 degree ice firm flooding the country, probably bringing in 10 to 15 degrees. Look at that mild air on the 13th. Wow, turns us back into amazing weather if you want that. The ECM I just seen actually looked a little bit more interesting than before. The snow line is actually a bit further south, I think, with the ECM than it was before. So that's quite interesting, but it's not going to move much from there. Cold northerly winds with unsettled cold northerly winds, cold and showery. Then high pressure builds in. However, the ECM is also looking like it's about to ridge the high in the Atlantic. I'm not going on about that today. Not a chance. But it is originating in the Atlantic and trying to bring down colder northerly winds. And there you go. So there you go. That's everything, I think, really. If we have a look at some locations for a bit of fun, have a look at Pennystone, and we have a look on Saturday and Sunday. This gives you a general idea. So quite a northern location. So it's showing for Pennystone, light snow, then heavy snow, for quite a long time there. So it could accumulate, which is why there's an amber warning before turning back to heavy rain. Then on that back edge, as I mentioned, there could be a little bit of a mix or snow again on the back edge. There you go. That's about it. If it snows in Hull, Hazel, it won't be for too long, I wouldn't expect, because it's quite close to the east coast. Will the weather be okay for tomorrow's match? I have no idea. I have no idea. It probably would be okay. Tomorrow, actually, yeah, sorry, it would be fine. It's just later on. Will there be heavy snow in the north, Glasgow, Edinburgh area? Yes. Yes, there will be, with the low transferring northwards, you'd expect. On the back edge anyway. So if we go to Glasgow, I know I keep backtracking a lot, but it's fine. We're going to wrap things up now anyway, because we have been going on for an hour. If we have a look at Glasgow, though, you can see there could be the potential for a little bit of snow. Depends how far north this low goes, though, doesn't it? They're showing a couple of centimetres there. And I've just messed up the chart, but yeah, a couple of centimetres is definitely possible. Well then, check London, it says snow at 4 degrees. London could be some snow, a little bit, but probably not too long, and it would turn back to rain. That's all I've got to say about London, really. Don't want no more grey gloom, yeah. It can technically snow at 4 degrees, Curtin, but the stars have to align. Mr. Excan, see it, cheers for joining the stream. We're going to be ending things now. Eastbourne is on the south, definitely not, I'm afraid, Vince. You won't be seeing any snow because it's on the south coast, and not expecting anything there. Not else to say, really. But there you go. So I'm going to wrap things up before I drag it on too far. But I think we've covered everything there, haven't we? And if you enjoy and you aren't subscribed, still 100 of you here, like, that's crazy. Then subscribe if you're new, and leave a like of the stream to help it get pushed out. Cheers to everyone that said all the nice messages. It's been a much better stream than last time. Yeah, keep warm, everyone. It could be quite cold. You won't believe it, but he was doing garden work and it was 10 degrees, it started snowing. There you go. Cheers to all the mods as always for sorting out the chat, but I don't think they've had to sort too much out today, which has been quite pleasant, and we can all just enjoy the stream, chatting to people. And lots of subscribers gained as well. Cheers all for that. So, thank you all for watching. Might do an nowcast, depends on after the stream if you say yes. Just say yes or no if you want one. Just say yes and then no, or whatever. But yeah, well, thank you, that's nice. But yeah, cheers off watching. And if you haven't said it before, I know it's the 3rd, but Happy New Year. And there you go. The BBC was saying it's going to be 3 degrees on Sunday for Newcastle on Sunday. Nip and tuck, I'd say it's going to be a bit lower than that, Shy. So you probably would see a bit of snow up there. The BBC is not very good. So there you go. But yeah, see you all in the next stream.